with his mother, Angel, and his father, Shad. His future plans are to attend Nicholls State University. His words of thanks are, I would like to thank all my coaches throughout my years of playing baseball for turning me into the person I am today. Most importantly, I would like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me all my life at all sporting events, being there after the good and bad games. His words of wisdom to the team are, it's over too soon. Play every game like it's your last. Next, we have Dylan Brooke, walking with his mother, Allison, and his father, Joy. His future plans are to attend Nicholls State University as a marketing major. His words of thanks are, I would like to thank Coach Blake, Matt, and Bennett for all they have done for me, and on and off the field. I've learned countless life lessons I plan to take forward with me in my future life. Through the ups and downs, thank you for making me the end of my baseball career awesome. His words of wisdom to the team are, punch your card every day and go to work like it's your last. Because one day, it will be you. Next is Brent Falgoon. He is walking with his mother, Christy, and his father, Joshua. His future plans are to attend Nicholls State University and major in pre-dentistry. His words of thanks are, thank you to my teammates and coaches for pushing me to be the best version of myself I could be. And thanks to any parents and family for always supporting me. His words of wisdom to the team are, stay positive and keep working hard. And enjoy the years you have left playing the game. Next we have Jack Dolce. He's walking with his father, Wayne, and his mom, Stephanie. His future plans are to attend Nicholls State University, majoring in business administration with concentration in pre-law. His words of thanks are, I would like to thank the coaches for always pushing us to be the best in the front at everything we do. And my mom, dad, mama, and Maddie for supporting me no matter what outcome of the game. His words of wisdom to the team are, the key to success is some ibuprofen and a bang. Next we have Camden Plazoff. He's walking with his mother, Nicole, and his dad, Brandon. His future plans are to attend a college and play baseball. It's undecided yet. His words of thanks to the team is, I want to give the biggest thank you to my mom and dad, no matter what the circumstances were, and supporting me and pushing me to do better. I would also like to give a thanks to my coaches and the team and my teammates for always working hard and making me want to work harder. His words of wisdom to the team are, hard work speaks for itself. Next we have Blake Price. He's walking with his mother Tracy and his dad Tim. His future plans are to attend Southeastern Louisiana University as an HR management. His words of thanks to the team is, thanks to the coaches for all the lessons they've taught me, not only about baseball but also about life.
I know it's hard.
Congratulations to all of our senior players. Good luck to all of you in your next endeavors. And thanks to parents, family, and friends for your continuous support.
Yeah, I know, but because they kept on saying that they couldn't hear. I was like, I mean, you're speaking loud, it's just that these things.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to Central Lafourche High School, where this afternoon, right here on Vision Communications, you'll see a game between the Central Lafourche Trojans and the Thibodaux Tigers, Ralph Sapier, along with my sidekick Ron Sapier. Ron, we had an abbreviated season this year. We had a bunch of games got canceled, switched because of either the weather or the COVID. What can you say?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at that on the sheet. You notice that Central Lafourche is 4-23 overall, and Thibodaux is 8. Oh, it's 18-8. My bad. But you can see that there's still a little. Central played more games than they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a shortened season. This is the final regular season game.
Yeah, neither Coach Plight or Coach Trustclair like the situation because of the COVID and the weather. And, anyway, little insights about the two teams today. The Trojans are 4-23. They're 3-7 in district play. In that last game, was a 5-4 loss to East St. John yesterday. They've got one game left tomorrow here at Trojan Field and at Broussard Field against East St. John, and it's going to be it for the year as far as baseball is concerned. For the Tigers, again, like I said, under Coach Shane Trustclair, they're 8-28. They're 7-2 in district. And our last game was actually a 3-2 loss yesterday to HL Bourgeois. I couldn't believe that score, but anyway, that's a game that it came out on the short end. The last time they played the Trojans was the day before yesterday. They won 15-3, so that game wasn't too aggressive for the Trojans. Trojans didn't play that well. As far as power ranking for the Tigers, they're number 23. I'm sorry, number 26. She didn't play in a game on a row. I don't see them falling out of the top 32. So they go be playing postseason play, and then the Trojans are 45. A little insights about the teams within the district and their statistics as far as the power rank is concerned. In District 7-5A, Hornville is number 24, Thibodaux is 26, Destrans 27, HL Bourgeois is 39, and Central Lafourche is 45. And those are only teams that are listed in the top 50.
And Ralph, I know you got that, but the important thing is what was their district records and how they came out in district. I'm sure Hornville is going to win district without a problem, I would believe.
Yeah, they've got better. And look, in high school baseball, if you got pitching, pitching will take you a long way.
You got pitching, you just need a little bit of hitting.
And then the Trojans have some young players, a lot of players that inexperienced. Coach Platt had to move some kids in to pitch, and that's tough if you haven't pitched at all. I got the lineup here. I don't know who they throw in today. Looks like Gotro. We saw him last time we was here. We just had a couple of games this year, and again, like I said, for the COVID, the games changed and the rain that we had some bad weather last week and bunch of games. And all the teams are playing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week.
It's amazing how easily a baseball game can be changed. I mean, literally, I'm sure that coach can get out of school and at 2:30 call the other coach and say, "Hey, can you play at 6 o'clock tonight instead?"
Yeah, you're right.
Or can you make up a game? Because we don't have a game tonight. Y'all have a game tonight. Come on, make up a game. A lot of that is
last minute schedule.
So I guess we're just so used to our passion is football.
They've changed the scorecards with the two with umpires, and we get ready to go to the national anthem in just a second.
Yeah. We've seen these two umpires last season. They were a team together. They called the softball game.
Yeah. We're just waiting for the Trojans to hit the field, and got a wind blowing out. If we hit something hit hard, I think you'll see something that maybe if you see a few balls go out today. But it's not like it was last time.
The problem last time was the wind was blowing it was gusting.
Yeah.
Here, I think today you just have a solid wind that constantly blows. And you'll see that when we take a look at the flag for the national anthem.
Yeah, Jack Gautreau's going to start today on the mound for the Trojans, and see how he's going to go. And we've been quite a few innings. We saw him a couple of weeks ago, and
He was started the game. He was transferred and swapped position in the infield. I don't remember exactly what position it was, and then he came back and he actually, I guess, closed the game. But that was, you don't see that too often in any league of baseball.
right.
MLB to T-ball, you don't see that. You don't see that in T-ball, that's for sure, because there's no pitcher.
So we have a pretty day, beautiful day. There's not a cloud in the sky. Like I said, there's breeze blowing and going out straight out to the center field. A good crowd. Thibodaux always travels well. So
Especially it being a Thibodaux Central game, you know, it's a little rivalry game.
yeah, I'm just trying
Probably
to
the
get.
biggest rivalry game in the district.
I don't know what they're being held up for, but
I see Coach Asman over there in the huddle and holding them there. We do want to mention that Dylan got the recording today is senior night.
yeah, it's senior night tonight. They had festivities done before the game. The seniors are recognized and wish them well. Hopefully that their future, whatever endeavors they decide to do, and where they're going to go, whether be going to school for their education or going to the workplace. I want to wish them well. This is going to be our last game this year. Like I said, we got a game. There's one more game left for the Trojans, and there we go. Hit the Trojans hitting the field. And now we're going to have our national anthem. I believe it's going to be done. Hey, starting lineup for the Thibodaux Tigers. Leading off is number 12, Ian Rodriguez. In the second spot is number 4, Philip Simons. Number 21, Spencer Boudreau is in the third spot. Cleaning up is 18, Branson Arsenault. Fifth spot by number 13, Owen Morella. The sixth spot, number 5, Jay Gilliot. Seventh spot is number 2, Thomas Lagraze. Next spot is number 14, Tyler Solar. And number 3, Wyatt Clement is in the ninth spot.
You sure those the Thibodaux line up? That sounds like they could have been maybe Huntville, Destrehan, East St. John.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. Oh wait, there's a
sounds like the
there is a
baseball
Thibodaux in there. Well, there's a Boudreaux in there, and a Claymont and a Talbot. So yeah, it's some Thibodaux names.
Yeah, it's Thibodaux, yeah.
Some of them.
As we say it on the mound for the Trojans, number 13, Jack Gautreaux. We saw him last time we was here, and pitched quite a few innings. I think he went like 5 or 6 innings and got pulled into 6, I believe. Throws a curve and good fastball.
I think he was pulled in the
Just
fifth.
the big thing we commented that as the game went on. The big thing that he had is he had a hard time getting ahead of the hitters. You know, if you can get ahead of them and make them hit your pitch, you get some better results. Okay, for the Tigers, number 12 is Ian Rodriguez. Rodriguez played shortstop today.
It's Ian. I hear the fans yelling.
Ian.
Probably have just as many Thibodaux fans as they have Central
First pitch will
Lafourche
go
fans.
through.
Bonds a hole.
Okay, that goes your no hitter, as somebody would say, you know.
So the first batter, Thibodaux got him on with 1 hit. Now who's coming up to bat here? Ralph, number 4.
Number 4,
the
that's
Tigers.
Philip Simons. Rodriguez taking his lead off of first. First pitch by Gautreaux.
Oh, gets that
Center
one up
field.
in the air. Caught for the first down and in. So,
Thibodaux coming to the plate, swinging the bat.
yeah.
All right, next hitter is number 21, Spencer Boudreaux.
That's 2 pitches, right?
2 pitches.
2 pitches, 2 batters. You don't see that too often. One gets out, one's on first. So we got 1 out here.
What a double play would be on the first pitch. I mean, 3 pitches, 3 outs, huh? Good pitch that time.
Hit too bad it didn't swing on it because it was a strike.
Rodriguez still getting his lead at first.
There we go. That's a good job there.
Gautreaux throw it back.
Gautreaux's keeping him short. Not letting them get too far of a lead. We got the second pitch here. Oh. Woo. That one was a little bit closer. So he's thrown it to first 2 times that Gautreaux has.
4-1 count.
And there goes the runner.
Wow, that had a hit and run going on that time.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Ralph.
Gautreaux's ahead, 0-2. That's where he's got to be to have some success. He's got to stay ahead.
Got to get ahead in the count. I mean, that's really the whole point in baseball when it comes to pitching is you got to get ahead in the count in the batters. If you don't, you're going to struggle all day long.
0-2 pitch by Gautreaux.
If he had got it there, Ralph, he might have had a chance at a double up, please.
Boy, just went under the stud.
Yeah. The second baseman, which I guess he was just far enough away to it that he couldn't get a hold of the ball.
Brent Martin. All right, next is Branson Arsenal. 2 on, 1 out. A little outside. I go through.
Yep. Thibodaux's got runners here at first and second.
Don't find it funny. It'd be bunting right here either. 1 out.
Bunting it straight to go true.
Yeah, bunt for the base hit. Oh, right there. Right there, you just put the ball out there.
Little bitty hit like that gets the RBI.
Yeah.
The Tigers now take the lead 1-0 over the Trojans. From such a simple play came out so good because you still have runners at first and second with only one out. We have up here Alpha number 13, I believe.
Murrell. Owen Murella, yeah.
Oh,
time.
I think he just lost that one.
Next pitch.
Oh, that's a good hit. We're going to do the same thing. Look at that. Like I said, that little soft tap down to third base as opposed to a nice, beautiful hit that falls in there, and you get the same outcome either way. I mean,
it's not how hard it was hit; it was where it was hit.
That's exactly right. See, we proved that to be fact here.
Okay, now we got Gage Gilliard, second baseman up. Still 1 out, 2 on. Outside. Good pitch that time.
Just got the low and outside corner.
Right in the knee. 1-1. 1 out, 2 on. 2 runs in for the Tigers. One pitch. Foul out on that.
Protecting the strike zone there.
1-2. One-two pitch by Gotro.
Runner goes.
Robbed the ball. Oh, yeah, and dead out too.
Yeah.
Had a double steal that time and dead out. Dropped the ball. There's 2 more ducks on the pond.
This is a steal by both the runner at first and the runner at second. So the steal actually advances the runners. So you have a 2-2 count with a runner at second and at third.
Next pitch by Gotro.
Ooh. High and inside, yeah.
Count full. Good pitch that time. That goes through. Gilliard couldn't hold it back. He went after it.
It's good to get a first strikeout in the first inning. Let's hope he gets a few in every inning.
Yeah, next is Thomas LaGrasse, the pitcher for the Tigers today. Batting in the 7th spot.
Ooh, way outside. Boom. Okay, here we're got 2 out here. Runners at second and third.
Oh, that one's right on the corner.
That one pulled way outside. Ooh.
On ball
There we
first
go.
base. Think the first baseman will take that
Yeah.
one. Number 6. All right. Well, third out. The Tigers has 2 runs on 5 hits, no Trojan errors, and 2 left. So at the end of 1/2 inning of play, the Tigers 2, the Trojans. First is Aaron DeLong. Aaron's playing center field today. As I said, on the mound for the Tigers is Thomas LaGrassi. First pitch. Down low.
Yeah, really down low, bounced off the dirt off the front of the plate.
Yep.
Never touched the plate or got to the plate. And passed over the catcher in the umpire's hand. Let's see what the second pitch has here. Pops it up out of play. That evens the count at 1-1.
I noticed both the starting pitchers were pitching from the stretch. He's pitching from the stretch too. So
Yeah.
Coach was pitching from the stretch, and it's unusual. Most of the time you see him go from the windup. 1-1 pitch by LaGrassi. That one down low.
He's a left-hander.
2-1. We're just getting started here at Lafourche. The bottom of the first. Tigers scored 2 runs in the top. Trojans at bat. 3-0. It's a beautiful day. Wind blowing out a little bit. Not a cloud in the sky. Good day.
Oh, look at that flag.
Good day to watch high school baseball. All right, 3-1. To DeLong.
The meteorologist said the wind was blowing about 12 miles an hour. Got that one in there. It's a pretty pitch. Makes it
right
the count
in the
full. Yep.
You know, I had a fan thought the ball was low, but it looked like it was pretty good to me. 3-2 pitch. That was high.
He's walking to New Orleans.
Yeah. I'll continue on. Now, next for the Trojans is Brent Martin. Brent's playing second base today. DeLong leading up at first. First pitch. Good pitch.
I'd be surprised if you see him throw the ball to first to keep DeLong short because he was taking a very long lead. Ah, am I good or am I good? Especially with him being a left-handed pitcher, he can see first base really well, and it's really easy to throw the ball there.
1 strike pitch to Martin.
He's going to square, he's going to figure square, and he pitches it outside.
Pitch was way outside too.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest problem with the total play. I mean, Thibodaux defense, the infield defense played a great job. The third baseman came up. Squares again.
Hit by pitch.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
It sure looked like it hit me, but umpire was calling different.
Thibodaux's coach is
You got Coach Trustclair in there.
oh,
I think that 2 umpires need to.
yeah. They should have discussed the issue further
Yeah,
before talking to any of the coaches, and the umpire got a mouthful there.
Yeah, I don't think it was a strike. Yeah, Coach Trustclair at Thibodaux was just, saying that he bunted and.
Yeah, he squared the bunt, so that was his issue, and his issue may be Therefore, if that's the case, does is it a stolen base?
Yeah, that's right. Well,
Because
he went that second, he went to second. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But I'm not sure. It wasn't a hit ball.
Oh, that's right. So he's legally he got second base.
Yeah. So there was a stolen base on him.
I think the count's 2-1 also. Nobody out.
Yeah, 2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, pass ball there. Get the runner to third.
That's a pass ball. That catcher should have had that one. He was right in his head. I think he was looking to throw it before he really gets the hold on it.
That's exactly right.
I think that was a good chance to bunt that ball on the third base line.
Yeah. It's just like those wide receivers. They try to run with the ball before they catch it. In football, it's the walk. Runners at the corners here now.
He's on there anyway.
Yeah. He got the first no matter what. If it was a walk or a hit by pitch. It's number 13 coming up
13,
here.
That's Jack Gotro, pitcher. First and third, nobody out.
Yeah. See the
trying to get an early rally.
So did you just hit and run here, Ralph?
Well, I'm not hitting run. They might run into something that.
You can run into a double play.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But
you think you make the sacrifice and try to advance both runners? I don't quite know what the umpire.
Well,
I think the coach was asking the question. Oh.
So going after that high fastball.
Evens the count at 1. Nobody out here. Runners at the corners. Got a pitcher versus pitcher duel here.
Next pitch by Lagrassi. Good pitch, that's on.
Yeah. Looked like a breaking ball.
1-2 pitch. Make something happen. You got to hit the ball somewhere.
Except for there.
Hanging there.
So now it makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. Runners in the corners.
That's a big pitch. That was a big pitch and a big out for the Tigers. Yeah. Next is Camden Plaisance, the catcher.
Now, if Plaisance here grounds out into a double play, all that work to put those runners on base went to naught.
Ball 1 out.
That one was way outside there. I thought it was going to be a pass ball, and the catcher was going to miss that one, and the run might have scored from third. Want to talk to coach down there? Maybe talking about strategy. What they're going to do?
Yeah, it could be
With 1 ball, no strike. So
a squeeze could be into play. Just to make something happen.
I believe it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it's 1-1.
Yeah, he fouled. The first pitch was a ball, and they fouled the other pitch off the net.
Good hit, good hit.
Good drive in 1.
3.
Oh, we should have sent him the third.
Oh, yeah. He should have been getting some instructions by the first base.
The first base coach. The first
Um,
base coach should have been directing him as to if he should stay or if he should go. Because
Right,
coach
is,
over here at third was worried about getting that run in.
Next is Mason Andres. With runners on first and second and one out. Trojans broke dice in the first inning. It's a good sign. Well, that one was close. Whew.
No, that was low. It's the right call. It does help him to be short at the knees, I guess is the best way to, the batter I'm referencing. Did the ball hit off of the bat? It hit off the bottom of the bat, right? Okay. I thought it hit him in his wrist, and I was wondering
I thought the batter thought it was a foul.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Okay, next is Brendan Arnold, first baseman. Has a chance to.
At a wind blowing the center field, let's bust one out right here with a 3-run homer.
High.
Well, a little high.
Yeah, that was high.
Big tall batter like
I
him.
think it was supposed to be a curve or some type of breaking pitch. It never came down because
It didn't break, huh?
no, there wasn't much speed on it. It stayed up. 0-1. Oh, that was a good pitch.
Yeah.
That was a good
Hit a
pitch.
bad pitch, and he corrected himself, and he got a good pitch there.
That's the one you should have connected on.
Yeah, evens the count at 1. 2 outs here. Runners at first and second for the Trojans.
I'm up empty.
Win after that one.
Two good pitches.
Yeah. I was just thinking to myself, was it going to be a pitcher's duel maybe today? But it may not. You know, I was thinking it was to come on to who would have the better pitching and hitting. That's what I thought. It's a hit by a pitch, and then now makes it the bases loaded with 2 outs here. Who's coming up to bat, Ralph? Number 6. Dylan Brew.
Dylan Brew. Oh, she's here.
Yeah. Oh, calls that one a strike. I think that one was a little low and outside, but 0-1 here on Brew. Oh, went after trash there.
That was some trash. That one was really high.
Now it's 0-2. 2 outs. Bases loaded.
That's 3. Okay, for the Trojans, 1 run on 1 hit. No Tiger errors and 3 left. So at the 1 complete inning played. With White, Clement, and Day.
Same spot. Had a good first inning there. Both teams put some runs on the board. See what he all that? Oh, he called that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one was
thought-
the best, and I thought caught it, but
I thought it was high myself.
I thought it was high. I thought if it was anything, it was
2-1.
outside. Because he's calling it outside strike.
Right in the corner.
Yep. Catches the corner, and that evens the count at 2.
Well, he's being consistent.
Yeah. I love that in an umpire, especially when behind the plate.
Nice, really good pitch that time.
It's his second strikeout.
All right, good pitch by Gautreau.
It's number 3.
Number 3, that's
the bat?
Wade Clement. Played right field today for the Tigers.
We know he's from Thibodaux. He's a Claymore.
Oh yeah, it's from the Thibodaux area.
Yeah. Oh.
That one's high outside.
Yeah.
Ball 1. Next pitch by Gautreau.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So down the count here, Gautreau at 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here.
Next pitch, right in the corner.
Oh.
2-1. Yep. Good hit that time, right over
the
second baseman. Tried to make a play on it. And that was Martin trying to make a play on it. This ball was a little high and out of his area.
Now number 12 for the Tigers.
12 is the top of the lineup. That's Ian Rodriguez. He started off with a base hit in the first pitch of the game to right field, if you recall, Ron.
Yep.
Pitch by Gautreau. Right outside. Pitch outside.
Did a good job of getting back there in the first.
2-0. That pitch that time by Gautreau.
It's kind of weird about that one. It started off high and just kind of dropped right there in the center of the plate, right in the strike zone.
2-1 pitch by Gautreau.
Oh, pops it up.
Left field. Fielder under it. Makes the play. Let's take it out.
It's usually it's DeLone and
It was
DeLone in left field.
the Planters.
The Planters,
The Planters, yeah. All right, next for the Tigers, number 4 is Philip Simons, center fielder up. He too got a base hit. Start off his first in the first. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. I think that the catcher kind of, once he caught the ball, he didn't position his body well, so the umpire figured it would be a ball.
Good pitch. That was a good pitch.
Caught the corner.
Yep.
Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. A runner at first here for the Tigers. Runner goes.
Pops it up. Center field. Center fielder under it. And there's the play on the hit and run that time.
3 away.
The third out. All right. For the Tigers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. End of an inning and a half. Tigers 1, Trojans. Tigers 2, Trojans 1.
Falgoon. First pitch in there for a strike. Ooh. Swinging a bad one there.
Yeah.
One and one, nobody out. Oh, foul that one off. It's at 1 and 2. Good ground ball.
Yeah, long through. Base hit. Base hit. All right.
It's a good job to run it all the way through and never quit.
Base hit. That's
You never know what's going to happen at first. So that first baseman might
Was
pop the ball or drop the ball.
Well, the ball wasn't hit hard, and he got by the third baseman, so the shortstop had to go in deep shortstop position and tried to make that catch. And
He just stayed on the dirt, the shortstop.
That was it wasn't hit hard, so she was just going to take a spectacular play by the shortstop to make that play. But
Number 22.
22, that's Hodgson. That's Zach Hodgson.
It's the bottom of the lineup. Foul ball.
Foul ball, right side.
Just on the other side of the Thibodaux dugout.
The Trojans started off the bottom of the second with base hit. That see if they can get another rally.
It's a square.
Outside they got.
Oh,
They got
got him on a run down here.
There goes that play. I picked off at first.
I hate to say that, but that's bad coaching, I think, because you can't let in the position he was when he started and the ball was pitched, he was way too far away from first base to begin with. So
at 2-1.
pops another one up. Out of play.
Out of play. As difficult as it is to get runners on base, you sure don't want to get picked off. That's what happened that time. Oh,
There's a strikeout.
strike out.
3 away. Nope.
2 away.
That's just 2.
Yeah. Going back to the top of the lineup, that's Aaron DeLong, the center fielder. 2 out. Brent Martin. Fly ball.
Way up there. Somebody the other
Right fielder's gonna make the play. 4 out and then 3. We're Trojans. No runs, 1 hit. No Tiger errors and no one left. At the end of 2 complete innings of play, the Tigers 2, the Trojans 1. Martin, second baseman, and then Gotro, the pitchers, on deck. Trojans down 2 runs, 3-1. As we start the bottom of the third. Down low, ball 1. The grass is still on the mound.
Yeah. Oh,
Good hit.
is that one gonna get behind him?
No.
Nope.
He got it. Had good wood on it, but not
A good aluminum.
quite enough.
Yeah.
All right, next is
The ball didn't carry either. I don't.
no. Next is
Just got stuck.
pitcher Jack
Gautreaux.
Gautreaux with and then plays on Sunday. Went out.
It was low.
Popped out a play to the left side. 1-1.
Starting the bottom of the third here. It makes no difference if the batters in right-handed batter's box or the left-handed batter's box. That umpire calls that strike right there on the corner every time.
1-2.
That's when you know that's when you know he's a good umpire, right, Ralph? You got experience with that. I was way upstairs.
2-2. Two pitch.
Nobody on. Oh, fouled it off. Was a good job because that ball was in the strike zone.
Yeah.
What I always say, protecting the plate, but it's really protecting the strike zone.
2-2 count. Got a foul back.
It's the pitcher's duel, a pitcher versus the pitcher.
Right at the first baseman. Check it out.
But, I don't know if that's just he was in the right place at the right time, or he was a little late in his swing, and I think that's why it pulled that way.
All right, with 2 out, the next batter is Camden Plaisance, who's the catcher for the Trojans. With Mason Andres on deck.
Pops this one up. This might be 3 up, 3 down for the Trojans. It is.
1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits. No one left at the end of 3 complete innings of play. The Tigers 3, the Trojans 1. For the Tigers, top of the 4th inning, number 3. That's the bottom of the lineup. That's Wyatt Clement, the right fielder. First base by Gautreaux. He's trying that outside corner. Yeah.
Trying to get the outside corner, just got a little too far outside there on the first pitch.
Ball 1. I hit that time.
Yep. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. White Claymore here, the first batter of the inning. Oh!
Down the third base side.
It's a good thing their coach is playing tight to third base and not laying out there. Backed off of the infield. One ball, 2 strikes here. Oh!
2-2 pitch.
Yeah, it's the gain his control. I think he may be starting to try to get that outside call all the time, and
If you put you there, you can get it. There's no doubt about that.
yeah.
That's an error.
There's your error.
E6. Hit right there.
It's number 16 here.
Alright, number 16. Number 16.
It should be number 17, huh? See, no, my eyes, and I'm correct. It is number 16.
Oh, that's Peyton.
Cedrus.
Cedrus, yeah. He'll be pinch hitting.
Yeah. Back easily there. Just no balls, one strike. Nobody out here. A runner on. Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike, and nobody out. And our Tiger at first. Gotro seems to be struggling a little bit. Goes to square. The third baseman goes in. Boom.
Good throw that time. That was a good throw that time. That ball
It was a good throw. It was a good throw, and the second baseman did a good job. As soon as he catched it, he got his glove down there, made the tag, and you knew he was dead.
Yeah.
So that's the first. That's the That's the second out of the inning.
One out.
That's what I thought a while ago. They didn't have any outs, and then they got the
The
throw out there at the second.
that was the first hitter that they go to the plate.
Yeah. And then they use the second. The batter at the plate now is the second batter.
2-1. 2-1. Oh! Even the count at 2-2. 1 out. At the top of the 4th inning, you got a close game here between the Tigers and the Trojans. Tigers up 3-1. Good outside corner pitch.
There you got it. There you got it.
Good pitch.
That's as the pitcher would call that. That's the sweet spot right there. That's the pitcher's sweet spot because the umpire calls a strike right there every time you put it
He's been
in that area.
He's been in and out outside corner. No doubt about it.
He struggled early this inning, but he got it that time to get the strikeout. I think that's his 4th of the day. Good stop there by the catcher. Keep the ball in front of him.
Yeah, it's Philip Simmons at the plate. That was Rodriguez, the last hitter at that struck out.
Gonna fall. Gonna be a stand-up double.
Yeah, stand-up double. Good hit that time to the right center.
It's all about placement there.
Yeah.
Right in between the center fielder and the right fielder, and neither of them could get to the ball.
Right, this is Spencer Boudreau, the left fielder for the Tigers, with 2 out.
Boudreau that plays on Thibodaux. Oh, fouls that one away.
That one was low and you went after
Yeah,
it.
he's protecting it because first pitch he fouled it away. The Tigers have a runner at second. 2 out here. Foul it off.
Go Trojan in good position now.
Yeah.
0-2.
Positioned real well to get another strikeout.
Yeah.
Should be.
Well, I think he's had 2 strikeouts in the third out inning already. So,
He's had 3 so far tonight.
but I mean for the third out,
Oh, you're talking about for this inning. That's not going to be the case because you see what happened there. It fell right between the center fielder.
Got a run by the Tigers.
Yeah. That time they just found the hole between the center fielder and the
Yeah.
left fielder that time.
Last batter hit when the right-handed batter hit the right field, right
Between
center
right
field corner,
center
the left-handed batter hit the left
batter,
center field corner.
Well, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, hit in opposite direction. 2 out.
Runner at second.
Oh, it pitched that time. That's Arsenal. That's Branson Arsenal. The plate.
Oh and 1.
All
Out
out.
of the way. Makes it 0 and 2. Just lost that one.
1-2. Tigers pushed 1 run across. Take a 4-1 lead. Trojans only have 2 hits so far in the game.
Runner's going.
They didn't run that time. Good position, good player.
Tigers score another run that gives them a 5-1 lead over the Trojans. I think I'll probably hear a lot of crowd noise at the game
Yes, indeed.
tonight. There's a big crowd. Like Ralph said, Thibodaux travels real well, and it being senior night here at Central. Got a packed crowd here at Broussard Field.
Up is Owen Morello, 13, designated hitter.
Good job there by the catcher. Make sure to keep the ball in front of him and get the ball down the first base to see if they can get the runner out. 1 ball, no strikes here. Another one high. 2-0, 2 out here. Oh, there it is. Found the sweet spot.
Yeah, outside corner.
They go out. I think the third baseman should have just let the ball keep rolling. And what happens if the ball goes out? Because he has nothing to lose because the runner at second is not going to come towards third.
See the Trojans have somebody warming up in the bullpen. And may God who it is.
Jacob Bedros?
Davis.
Oh, Davis. Oh,
That's Cage Gilliard. One strike count. Engage Gilliard. Oh.
Coach is doing a good job here. The Thibodaux coach down at third base.
2 strike count to Gilliard.
Getting stolen bases. Takes another run. Makes it 6-1 in favor of the Tigers. And they have a runner at second, 1 out here. Who's that bat here, Ron?
That's Gage Gilliard. He's stealing 2.
Yep.
And I strike 3. All right, for the Tigers, 3 runs on 3 hits, no Trojans errors, and 1 left. So at the end of 3.5 innings of play.
Comes to the plate. See what Mason can do here. Oop. First pitch is low. Ball 1. The Tigers are leading here 6-1 over the Trojans. It's a good eye, man. I hear the fans saying that on both of them. Those both 2 low balls. No strikes. Nobody out. Another one. Makes it 3-0. Mason's ahead in the count. In good position here. Let's see what's going to happen. See if he's going to keep... that one's in there for a strike. He usually calls that outside pitch, but it's was way too low. So gets the walk. So Aaron up to bat, fouls that one off. Oh, good hit. Let's hope that, right to the left fielder. It's the first out of the inning. Comes Bro here. in there for a strike with the first pitch. Makes it 0-1, 1 out. Runner at first for the Trojans. Ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the runner at first. One's wild. Mason gets a stolen base there. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Oh, fouls that one away. Makes it even at 2. 1 out, runner at first. Ball low again. Makes it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. A runner on at second. Another walk into New Orleans. It's 2 walks this inning.
It's Craig Falgoon that's up there right now.
Yeah, Thibodaux' coach is gonna.
Brent Falgoon.
Yeah. Let's see if coach is gonna do some talking. Oh no, I wasn't looking in Thibodaux' bullpen to see if they were warming somebody up.
Yeah, and the Trojans had somebody warming up. We have a change that's been number 9. Number 9, that's Caleb Cortez. Big right-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
Saw his him
Tall, long leg.
warming up. He's really zipping it up there. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Game's just creeping by. A little over an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so old. Sun is starting to go down and getting cool again. It's supposed to be cool again tonight, Ron. So
I'm about to put my jacket on.
yeah, right. And nobody really has busted the game open. Both teams had chances. The Tigers had two chances. The Trojans had 1.
Yeah, the Trojans are really lucky that it's not not as bad as it could have been.
Gotro made some good pitches though. And
he pitched well in the clutch under pressure.
Yeah.
You're reading my mind too. Yeah. When he needed to make the pitch, he made the pitch.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what's going to happen now that we have Caleb Cortez, number 9, pitching for the Tigers. And number 7, that's Brent Falgoon, the right fielder for the Trojans at the plate.
Cortez, a right-hander.
How many out? 1 out? 1 out.
1 out.
Yeah. Oh, that's that outside corner.
Well, they were probably practicing in the bullpen to find that outside corner.
He's consistent, no doubt about that. Boy, they need a big hit right now, like nobody's business.
Not that big. Whoa, he's safe.
Give him a base hit on that one. I don't know if they catch it, but even
Yeah, even the throw I think was bad, so I don't think he could have caught it anyway.
You got to give him a base. Yeah, just too much pressure on
Yeah.
the kid.
So guess what, Ralph? The bases are now loaded. And who's coming up to bat now?
Oh, that's Zach Hodgson.
Hodgson.
Hodgson, yeah.
Isn't that something?
22, yep. Bases loaded with 1 out. Oh, you need to hit bad right now. Trojans,
A big, long hit would be great.
Yeah, you want to get back in the game. That's what you need to do.
Yep. I'll definitely get you back in the game. Hitting the grand slam here with only 1 out.
That went down in the dirt.
Yep.
1-1.
It's a good eye by Hodgson. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded here with Trojans. Oh, no. Score.
Sacrifice
RBI.
fly with RBI by Hodgson.
Yeah.
All right, now we go back to the top of the lineup with Aaron DeLone at the plate. 2 out.
He's playing left field, I believe.
Brent Martin on deck. Oh, good pitch.
He had some on that one.
Yeah.
And DeLone bit on it.
Yeah. It was high, and it was in the strike zone. It was a little high, and he went out there. Down low.
Down low.
1-1. 2 out. 1 in for the Trojans. Trojans only had 3 hits in the game so far.
The runners advance.
Well, now,
The pass ball.
and now base hit really.
Yeah, base hit dropping in the outfield. You can possibly score both run, bring both runners in and score 2 RBIs.
Yep.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. We just set a runner at second and third.
2-1 count. Foul.
Fouls it all.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on. And here's the pitch from Cortez.
Safe at first.
Base hit. Got a base hit.
Base hit with 2 RBIs.
Yeah. A 4th base hit. 4 in.
Didn't expect the ball to go there to be able to bring in both runs,
Yeah.
but it did.
Well, that's
That makes the game a little closer here. The Tigers only have a 6-4 lead
first
over
time
the
the
Trojans.
Trojans have 2 consecutive hits.
Yep.
All right, next is Martin. Number 11.
Yes, number 11. Martin bounds that
Oh,
one
the back
back.
up the left side.
Got 2 outs here, a runner at first. No balls, 1 strike here. 1 Martin.
High. 1-1.
Cortez pitching for Thibodaux.
Yep.
He's got some fire, I tell you that. And I see he got that one on just on the other side of the third baseman. One ball, 2 strikes.
2 out. Where was that one at?
Not really sure.
2-2.
For once, we can criticize the umpire at home plate. That's when you know he's done a pretty good job. I'm going to criticize him once. Looking at the runs, and we were here in the bottom of the fourth. The Tigers scored 3 runs. Somebody better call for it.
Yeah, left field and even. Yeah, it's all right for the Trojans. 3 runs on only 2 hits.
They had those 2 walks.
Yeah. And
One left.
1 left. So at the end of 4 complete innings of play, the Tigers 6, the Trojans 4. Thomas Legrassi, who was the previous pitcher, it has been since replaced by Caleb Cortez. First pitch by David, pitch outside, ball 1.
Just getting underway here with the top of the 5th. It's a pretty pitch there, a strike right there. It makes it 1-1.
The corner again. He's been consistent with that call, Ron.
Yeah. I mean, we can really say he's been consistent with everything. His strike zone has been consistent always. And some people say that pitch that he keeps calling a strike on that corner all the time is not really a strike, but if he's calling it there all game, guess what? It's a strike, and you have to adjust to that whether you're the batter or the pitcher.
Going to pitch.
Oh, guess what?
Pitch.
He called the opposite corner that time.
Yeah.
It's 1 up, 1 down.
Right next is number 14. It's
What's your strikeout call?
Tyler Solar. S-O-L-A-R. Solar. Good pitch.
Oh, it's a pretty one. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here.
Another one right there.
Boom.
Same place. Outside corner.
Davis is doing a good job coming in here for Gautreaux. Good job.
Good pitch. He did a good pitch that time, and
DeLone out there, right?
and Solar did. Yeah, Solar did a good job at hitting a good.
He got a good lick on the ball.
Well, he had a good pitch to hit. And then,
Yeah, he got a good pitch.
unfortunately, it was hit right at the left field. The left field didn't have to make 1 or 2 steps, and the ball was there. All right, next is Clement. No, that's that's Clement. Number number 3.
Pitching.
White Clement. 2 out.
That first pitch there in the sweet spot that the umpire's been calling all night. Oh, pops this one up. Let's see if DeLone can get to this one. He does.
1, 2, 3 for the Tigers. The top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers 6, the Trojans 4. Followed by Camden Plaisance.
You mean the third spot, the third person in the lineup? He's the number 3 hitter. He's the third person in the lineup is number 13. It's a good eye there.
That pitch from Cortez was way outside. Same place as that
That
one.
one was even farther outside.
But you know. As that inside pitch on that corner.
I think that one was a little more over the plate. I think that was a low strike, I guess is I'll call it.
Straight away center field.
Yeah.
Center field didn't move too much.
I think the wind might have got a hold of one finally tonight. We didn't see that. I was expecting the wind to play a bigger factor in the game, and so far it hasn't.
Yeah. Camden plays on us. Number 14 now, catcher. Oh. Oh, he stole a base hit away from plays on us.
You said it, Ralph. He stole a base hit.
Yeah.
That's when you don't see too often the shortstop steals
I'm gonna
bases.
tell you that might have gone into the wall.
Oh,
that was hit so hard.
So
The
hard,
center-
so fast.
The center fielder couldn't have stopped that one.
Yeah. Not in the position where he was. The center fielder was in the position where he was that he would have been able to, charge the ball or come up to it.
And the Tigers are not playing that deep,
Yeah, and did the shortstop get all 3 outs? I think he did. That's right. The center fielder called the
The
first one.
Trojans 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 6 complete innings of play. 5 complete innings of play, huh? Yeah, 5 complete innings of play. The Tigers 6, the Trojans 4. We start at the top of the 6th. And Brandon Arsenault, 18, 16. Claymore, huh? No, that's Peyton Sturgis.
Oh, that outside, little outside right there. Makes the count 0-1. That was the first pitch. Top of the 6th. I was close to where he usually calls him a strike, but he doesn't. So that evens the count at 1.
Tap that one.
Foul ball.
Out of the field of play. 1 and 2.
Nobody out here.
David has done a pretty good job in the 2 innings he's been in.
I mean Davis.
David, yeah. David.
Davis.
David.
The pitcher for the Trojans.
Who's Davis?
Yes.
Two, 2-2 count.
Glad to that.
Good pitch that time. Down low in the strike zone. Made him go after your pitch. Good K that time. Jacob Davis.
It's his first tonight. His first strikeout. No, he did call it a strike, but the same.
That's Philip Simons at the plate.
No balls, 1 strike here. Oh, fouls that one back. Davis ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Tigers have nobody on, 1 out.
0-2 pitch. Hell high that time.
Makes it 1-2.
Wow.
2 strikeouts in a row.
Next is Spencer Boudreaux.
Low in the dirt.
Yeah, that one's down low in the dirt. Ball 1. 2 out. In the top of the 6th inning.
Oh, pops that one foul. Even the count at 1.
In the top of the 6th. Tigers hanging on to 6-4 lead over the Trojans. 1-1 pitch by Davis. That was in the dirt. One and 2. Ball to deep center field.
Yep.
So they made the catch for the 3rd out. So the Tigers went down 1-2-3 in the middle of the 6th. Scores Tigers 6, Trojans 4. Leading off as the first baseman, Brent Arnold. With designated hitter Devin Bro on deck. Ball inside. Ball 1.
Brady was going to take out his shins when I first saw the pitch coming down. Yep.
The outside corner.
Got that,
outside
got that
corner.
sweet spot. This is the umpire's favorite spot. Evens the count at 1.
The pitch that time by
Another one
Carter.
there. It's almost in the same spot. So 1 and 2. Nobody out here. Oh.
Strike out to the pitcher, throw out to the first base, to the catcher. Out number 1. Next for the Trojans is
Number
Devin
6.
Brook. Designated hitter.
Oh.
Went eyes that time. That one was very high.
So, just trying to get something, a rally or something going, but you can't do it that way.
Second baseman, bobbles it, throws it away. Into the dugout. That's an error.
Error on the second baseman.
Yeah. Now we got a time run at the plate.
And who's that?
I think it's Falgoon, if I'm not mistaken. Brendan Falgoon. Brendan playing right field today.
Only got 1 out here. Runner at second. Oh,
Wow. Maybe you're going to play this Jarek Open or something. He went have to win it on the ground, in the dirt. Another one.
another one. He thinks he's Drew Brees or Sean Payton. Looks like the Trojans just have a bad mindset here. The strikeout. 3 pitches, 3 swings. Now number 4.
Number 4 is Davis. Pitcher.
Yep. First pitch was outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here, and the runner at second. Play 2-1.
A time run. Another error. 2 errors.
Yep.
2 errors.
Yep.
This inning.
2 errors this inning,
Yeah.
which scored 1 run.
A courtesy runner.
Yep. It's number 2.
Elijah Grove.
Grew. Yep. So Elijah grew at
All right, now top of the lineup,
designated
DeLone.
runners a time.
2 out. Upstairs by Cortez. Going down low.
2-0. Malone got a hit in the count. Another one low.
Yeah, all 3 of those, all in the same place.
Yep. Below the knees over the plate. Four pitches, 4 balls, and he's walking down to first base. Now the Trojans have a runner at first, a runner at second, 2 outs here, and who's coming to the plate?
It's Martin. Brent Martin. Yeah.
Thibodaux's having an infield huddle at the mound. Coach comes out.
Yeah. Let's see what's going to happen. Coach Trustclair is going to make a move, or
Like I said, they had somebody warming up a while ago in the bullpen.
you leave Cortez in there.
There's nobody in the bullpen right now. Jeopardy music is what we need.
All right, next is Brent Martin. Hit him. HBP, hit by pitch. Now, Jack Gautreau.
Ball hit him high on the arm.
Oh, a base hit could mean 2 runs. Oh, maybe so.
He's carrying. The center fielder's running. He goes to the wall. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. The third one. 3 scores. The Trojans take the lead. 6 wide. On a double 3 RBI base hit.
Wow.
Oh, you should have done that. Good job, Derek! You should have done this one.
Yeah. Boy, that was a hit. That man, that center field. They were playing high. They were playing for close.
They're playing close,
and then
it just went over his head, and it kept carrying.
Yeah. And the wind was blowing out. So I don't know why we played so shallow.
15 more feet.
And it went all the way to the wall. The ball hit the wall.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that the center fielder was prepared for the ball to go all the way to the wall. I think he was thinking he was going to keep backing up, and catch the ball. And then it fell and rolled a little bit, hit the back of the wall.
It's 8-6 now, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
4 runs this inning. Wow, we're 2 down, we're 2 up.
It's faster than Jack.
So now who's coming up here?
Somebody please tell them he's smart, dude.
We just got to close. Davis just got to close out the 7th inning. Number 14. That's Camden plays on us.
You get that insurance run here with 2 outs, and you get that insurance run at second base. And get that one more run. So the Trojans would be 3 runs up. If they get that run, it would be a 9-6 game instead of a 6 to. Oh, look at that! Let me get it. You might get it. Oh, Coach Hodgson.
The ball got out there so fast.
Yeah.
It hit so hard. Woo.
You peeled it.
Oh, another hit by the Trojans. Runners on first and third. And who's that at the plate, Ron? I didn't see the number. That plays on us?
They call Mason Wayne.
Number 6. Number 5. Oh, yeah, Andres. Mason Andres. Or Andres, depending where you're from. From Thibodaux, it's Andres. If you're from anywhere else, it's Andres. I'll get picked out. 1-1, 2 out. Trojans are taking lead with 4 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 8-6 lead. A pitch that time by Cortez. Out in that corner. Today, if you threw that ball in that corner, the umpire was called. He was very consistent, no doubt about that. 1-2 pitch. All right. For the Trojans, 4 runs, 2 hits.
2 left on.
2 left on. So at the end of 6 completed in the play, the Trojans 8, the Tigers 6. Number 18. That's Branson. Arsenal, catcher. Call it that.
I thought that was. I noticed it was a little low, but I was waiting for him to call it because
Yeah.
It's just, he likes the pitch down there, the umpire. Oh, that's all right.
Foul ball.
Evens the count 1-1.
Yeah.
We have to talk loud because we hear the Thibodaux fans are cheering here, getting excited, wanting to rally to get back in the lead.
As a lot of Thibodaux fans still all right. I didn't get it that time.
I'll argue about that one. That wasn't in the same spot. That was a little bit higher. It wasn't a low ball, but it caught the corner.
2-1 count. And knock it down. Error. E5.
That's an error on the shortstop.
Yeah, there's that third baseman.
Yeah, the third baseman.
Let's go Tigers! Let's go Tigers! Let's go Tigers!
That's the pitch. Oh,
First strike. Number 13, Ralph.
13, that's Owen Murillo. Oh, good pitch that time by Davis.
Right down the middle.
Well,
That evens the count. One ball, one strike.
No, it's 2 strikes.
It's 2 strikes. Excuse me. 0-2.
0-2, need a K.
Ahead of the count. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Thibodaux has a runner at first. The score is Central Lafourche 6. Thibodaux.
Central Lafourche 8.
Yeah, I'm reading it upside down. Central Lafourche 8, Thibodaux 6. So a home run here would tie the game. That's why you hear the Thibodaux fans.
Oh, don't say that.
Stating the facts around.
There you go. 1 out.
You got the first out there.
Yep. Number 5, that's Cage Gilliard. He had a base hit up against the wall, then opposite field, right center field last time up. The pitch that time. What pitch that time? Boy, I tell you what, he's doing it.
That's the sweet spot.
I don't know, is he a freshman, junior, what, sophomore? I tell you what, he's looking good under pressure.
Oh, center fielder makes the play again. It's 2 out.
Wow. Boy, this would be an upset. Thibodaux was highly favored in this game, no doubt about that.
It's number 2.
They beat him 15-3. Monday, yeah. I think that's what the score was. Just excellent job by the Trojans, especially in this late inning. Oh.
All right, who's coming up to bat? Ralph, number 24 for the Tigers.
Who's that?
Number 24 for the Tigers.
24, that's Branson Rodriguez.
Runners at first and second, 2 out.
He's pinch hitting.
Coach is gonna call them all in there.
I leave Davis.
Get this out and get out of here with the win.
He's had him hit the hit in there. Other than that, there's 2 out of the last 4 batters hit the ball up, and I'll just leave him in there and let him see if he can get that last out and count a W for the.
You were talking about pitching under pressure. I think that's just what he's doing. He's there to come and.
Well, we've seen that. And we can give a wrap up of the game here. Hopefully that should be the last. But we give the game a wrap up, and I think that the pressure, like you said, that we saw go through 2 innings on with 2 out. He came in critical situations. You got some Ks, and if this young man here, Davis, and I understand he's a sophomore, so there's a lot to bring to this team. It looks good if you can.
Went around, big to that time.
Davis just blew that one by Rodriguez.
No balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, you gotta hit my best pitch right now. That's what you gotta do. You gotta hit the best pitch. Get your best stuff. Hit that outside corner. You're gonna get a. Good ball, kid. Good stop.
He tried to get the outside corner there, but
1-1.
a little too low.
Oh, we got a thriller here at Central Lafourche. Last inning, 8-6 lead by the Trojans. Tigers have 2 on, 2 out.
Base hit. Still 1-1. And now makes it 8-6 in favor of the Trojans.
8-7 now.
That's right, 8-7.
A time run at third. And the 3, this is a Wyatt Plymouth. First pitch by Davis.
Boom! At the spot, baby. Davis found an umpire spot way. He likes to call that pretty strike. Got 2 outs here, runners at the corners.
1-0 pitch by Davis.
Pops it up.
Popped it up.
Out of play.
Out of play. Oh.
He wrote the Trojans getting out here and they get the win over the Tigers.
He just got to throw his best pitch. Make him hit the best pitch. That's what you got to do right here. 2 strikes, 2 on. Time run at third base with 2 out. Biz by Jacob Davis. Popped up. That one out of play.
Protecting the strike zone there.
Still 2 strikes.
Cleveland went back.
Going to
Davis ahead of the count here. But he's a sophomore. He might be a closer as he gets
strike
older.
pitch
He might be a starter.
by Davis. Here we go.
That was too low. That was too low. We saw the dirt come up
That's
the
a lot of
glove.
time. 1-2. 2 out.
Good key here. Pops it up.
Come on, Brent.
Hey, Tigers. It went by the Trojans. Popped it up at in the 7th innings. Wow, what a game, Ron. Your comments?
We had a real competitive game. I mean, we had some good runs by, good innings by each team, and it made it a great game.
We saw 2 pitchers that came in and made some pitches right in critical situations. Gocho early in the game came in and made some critical pitches with 2 outs and got the Trojans out. But what can we say about this sophomore Jacob Davis? His job that he did here tonight.
Came in to close and get the win.
Yeah.
And
Well, we hope you.
Tigers, Thibodaux.
We hope you enjoyed the game. This is our last game for the year, for the summer. We're back for football during football season. Final score from Central Lafourche High School. Central Lafourche Trojans 8, Thibodaux Tigers 7. My sidekick Ron Sapien, this is Ralph Sapien saying good night from Central Lafourche High School.